Hello, Steve White, Steve Arts 89. I'm sharing some experiences that I've had in my life, some creepy and paranormal experiences, weird experiences. And I had a lot of experiences when I was living in a house in Northcote. It was uh, corner of 412 High Street, like rear 412 High Street. And it was a house that was built onto a store on the corner of McCutcheon and High Street. And before I moved in, my housemate's friend who was staying there had a weird experience, a paranormal experience. And then right after I moved in, I had an experience myself. And then later in the year, when my housemates went home, because they were all students and their families were interstate, so they went and stayed with them. And they stayed for like a month, but I only went home to my family for like 2 weeks. And I came back and I was in the house by myself. Now, in the first week, I had a really weird experience. And pretty much right after that, I had another experience. I was alone in the house by myself. No one visited. I didn't have anyone over. It was just me in the house the whole time. And I was sitting on my bed, which was against the wall that the door was on. That was the same door that the stairwell went down behind. So you'd walk out my door and you go down the stairs. And I was just sitting there and I just heard this noise. And I'm like, I'm alone in the house. There should be no one in the house. And I'm like, listening, and then I just hear this noise on the stairs, and it sounds like someone's walking up and down the stairs. And I'm like, did one of my housemates come home and not tell me they were coming? Is there someone in the house that shouldn't be there? Like, what is that? And I just listened, and it got louder and louder, and eventually it was like someone was running up and down the stairs and stomping up and down the stairs, and I was just sitting there on my bed, back to the wall, where I could hear the noise right behind me going up and down the stairs along the wall. And I was just terrified. I was just frozen in my seat. I'm like, if there's a person in the house stomping on the stairs, they're crazy, and what are they going to do? If it's not a person, what is making that noise? It was so loud, and like it just felt like someone was going up and down the stairs, stamping, and it just scared the hell out of me. I just was frozen. I just sat there and I thought, what do I do? What can I do? What is that? And eventually I just had to calm myself down and say, the door is locked. If someone was in the house and wanted to do something to you, they'd just have to smash the window. If someone is in the house, they're not trying to do something to you. I don't know what they're doing. And if it's not a person and it's a spirit or a presence or something, if they wanted to do something to you, that door's not going to stop them. So whatever this is, they're just trying to get attention, or they're just making noise and trying to get attention. I don't know what this is, but I just said to myself, I had to calm myself down and say, if whatever's outside that door wanted to hurt you, it could. Just relax, ignore it, and wait for it to go away. And I just tried to focus on what I was doing and ignore the noise. And eventually it stopped, and I just went on with what I was doing. After a while I said, okay, it's gone. You're going to have to go downstairs. And I opened the door and I went downstairs, and there was nothing on the stairs. There was nothing weird or unusual. I have no idea what it was, but it was just so terrifying sitting there with this noise. It was like in The Haunting when there's like the noise in the walls and that, and you don't know what it is or where it is, and it was just really scary. And I'd never had an experience like that again. I had a couple more experiences in that house that were strange, but it was nothing like that. And I feel like it was because I was alone and it was just me there. And I didn't know what to really make of it. It really kind of rocked my world, and really made me question a lot of things, just in the world, in reality, and what I thought of paranormal experiences and that. And I couldn't deny the experience that I'd had either of them, or any of them. There were three at this point. And I realised you're living in a haunted house basically, and there's a presence here, and it feels very dark sometimes, and yeah, I'm not sure what to make of it, and I didn't know what to do. So I'm going to go. Feel free to share, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think. If you had any similar experiences, feel free to tell me. I really didn't know what to do, and I still had a week or so, I think, or a few days until my friends were supposed to come back, and I had to stay in the house by myself, and it was just so scary, and I just walking through the house by myself after that was just it was just really scary.